Hello everyone, here are the latest market news on September the 2nd, 2019. US and China impose new tariffs in trade war. The United States began imposing 15% tariffs on Chinese goods on Sunday as China began imposing new duties on U.S. crude. However, U.S. President Donald Trump said the sides would still meet for talks later this month. Beijing's 5% tariffs on U.S. crude marked the first time the fuel had been targeted since the world's two largest economies started their trade war more than a year ago. On the other hand, on Sunday, Trump's administration imposed 15% tariffs on more than $125 billion in Chinese imports, including smart speakers, Bluetooth headphones, and clothing. In relation, China started to impose additional tariffs on some of the U.S. goods on a $75 billion target list. The extra tariffs of 5% and 10% were levied on 1,717 items of a total of 5,078 products originating from the United States. Oil declines amid new duties in trade dispute. Oil prices tumbled on Monday after the United States and China imposed new tariffs, raising concerns about a further hit to global growth and demand for crude. International benchmark Brent crude futures slipped 22 cents or 0.4% to $59.03 a barrel, while U.S. West Texas Intermediate crude futures fell 2 cents to $55.083 per barrel. Meantime, oil output from OPEC members rose in August for the first month this year as higher supply from Iraq and Nigeria outweighed restrained by top exporter Saudi Arabia and losses caused by U.S. sanctions on Iran. In the United States, energy companies cut drilling rigs for a ninth month in a row to the lowest level since January last year. EQT to launch the biggest European IPO in 20 years. EQT Partners, the largest buyout firm in the Nordic region, is planning a Stockholm listing this year. It could be the biggest European initial public offering for a private equity firm in more than 2 decades. The company said in a statement Monday that the planned IPO is expected to seize 20% of the total number of shares in EQT, which will include at least €500 million, $550 million in newly issued stock plus a sale of shares by existing investors. An initial public offering could value EQT at about €4 billion. People familiar with the matter said previously. Based on the stake EQT is planning to sell, its IPO could become the largest by a European private equity firm since 3i Group plc's $1.1 billion share sale in 1994. The company's other listed peers include France's Eurazeo SE and Switzerland's Partners Group Holding AG. Manufacturing activity in Japan falls in August. Japanese manufacturing activity declined for a fourth straight month in August amid falling demand, a revised business survey showed on Monday, underlying a weakening outlook for the world's third-largest economy. The final Jibun Bank Japan Manufacturing Purchasing Managers Index (PMI) decreased to a sessionally adjusted 49.3 from 49.4 in July, and also over preliminary 49.5. The index stayed below the 50.0 threshold that separates contraction for a fourth month, marking the longest run of shrinkage since a 6-month stretch from March to August 2016. While an index of new export orders rose to the highest since March, it remained in contraction for the 9th month, the longest run since an 11-month spell from April 2012 to February 2013.